Today we're going to be testing 10 crochet gadgets to see whether they are worth it or not. We have quite a selection here today. I tried to get some that are quite viral that I've seen a lot and some that just look really interesting. So I'm going to rank all of these gadgets out of 10. 10 being this is life-changing, I can't believe I went my life without using this gadget, and 1 being it is a waste of time and money. Let's start off with this gadget right here because I actually used this one yesterday. My mind is fresh and I have thoughts about this. In this purple little box we have a bunch of pink looking little thingies, and if you're wondering what these are, they are all little needles. And it comes with 12 of the big ones and 8 little ones, which is about half the size. I block my crochet pieces pretty much all of the time. I used to use push pins, those like little tacks. I don't have those here with me now. I actually tried doing blocking with pegs, but it didn't really work. So this was kind of something I needed. I guess I needed something for blocking because my blocking methods were not working. So I tried this out, and how I did it was I laid my crochet piece on a towel, put it on the grass outside, and then I just stuck this through my crochet piece, through the towel into the dirt. Pretty much. You could use foam, these like foam mats I see, but I didn't get them because I feel like I don't need it. You can just stick it into the ground. I wouldn't say surprised because I knew that these would work, but I really like this product. I know I'm going to be using this every time I block now because it's just so like it's one of those things that makes life easy. Could you use something else? Something else that's like a little needle? Yes, but if you block a lot, then yeah, I would recommend getting this, and it's something that makes my life so much easier. I'm going to rate this a 9 out of 10 because I really do like this. At first I thought it was gonna be like kind of a waste of time, like I could use something else to block, but I do really like this. And the amount that you get is a really good amount. That's a 9 out of 10 and a really good start actually. Let's do our next gadget. So for our second gadget we're going to be testing is one that I have been so intrigued by, and it is this cord maker. This is what it looks like. And it comes with a very heavy peg. When you have it on here, and it also came with a little chart to show you how to make interesting little knots. That's not what I'm going to be using it for, but it's very interesting. And it shows you how to set it up. It's called an embellish knit, which is interesting. So the reason that I got this and why I am including it in this gadget video is because I do a lot of tops, crochet clothing that has like tie in the back, or set tie up, you know, that kind of thing. And I usually just do a chain and go crochet, like single crochet, slip stitch, whatever. It's really time consuming and I'm lazy. So if this works, I could just make little cords instead, and it would be more sturdy, hopefully. I'm pretty excited to try this and see if it's worth it or if it's a big waste of time. I grabbed some white yarn here, so let's see how we need to set this up because I'm a little bit confused, not gonna lie. So it does say that you need to use thin yarn. I don't think it can be too difficult. Let's see. Okay, I need to put it through this little hole right here, and then it should come out. There it is. Oh, look at that. Guys, I'm confused. I'm gonna try and figure this out and then I'll get back to you. And I've been trying to figure out how to use this for a good maybe 30 minutes. And I decided I hate it because it's not working for me. I have watched tutorials, I hate it. By the time I figure out how to use this, I could have chained so much. This I'm giving a 0 out of 10. but I can't really give it a 0, so I'm going to give it a 1 out of 10. Big waste of money. Do not get this unless maybe you get a different one that's better than this, because maybe this one sucks. 1 out of 10. Ew. I am going to try something that's hopefully going to be a bit easier. The little rings for tension. I'm gonna call it a tension ring. I ordered one, but I got 3, so that's fun. I feel like lately my tension when crocheting has become quite loose. This is what it looks like. It's really cute actually. What finger should I put this on? I'm going to do a chain. Pointer finger. And it's on the top of my finger. Okay. I have a little chain I did. I think it's like pretty decent. I think what I need to do is put it through here. Wait, what? So it needs to go under my finger, not on top. That makes sense. That's how it is. This feels so weird and so wrong. Guys, I don't like the way it feels. It feels weird. Me? The ring. Actually, it looks so much better if I'm being honest. Wait. What do you think? The first 3 rows I did using the tension ring, and these top 2 rows I did with my own tension. I don't really see a difference. Am I gonna use this little ring again? No, I will not be using it again. But saying that, I do think it's actually pretty good for beginners who have tension that's a bit tight or too loose. I think it can be really good to practice. But for me or someone who crochets a lot, like, I don't think it's really necessary. That being said, I'm gonna give this one 2 out of 10 because I think it's a little bit gimmicky. I could wear it as a cute little ring, but I will not be wearing it for crochet. Okay, we're on to our next gadget, and this is one that I actually had before getting all these other gadgets, and one that I've actually used before. You might be familiar with it, and it is the yarn winder. I already have an opinion on it. Basically, the purpose of the yarn winder is to wind your yarn into cakes. I'll show you what that looks like. I have this cone that's almost finished, and we're going to turn this into a little cake of yarn. This goes onto your table, so you do need a surface for it. Here is the yarn winder. It is secure to the table. It goes like this. Put your yarn through this eye over here, and then there's a little slit. Can you see here? And you're going to put your yarn through that slit. Pretty much just do this, spin it. I like to hold the yarn here for a bit of tension. You can go fast, slow, whatever. Here's the cone that is now empty. There it is, wow. And then once you're done, you just lift it like that. A little cake, wow. Personally, I love this thing, and I would recommend it for anyone who likes to crochet, knit. I like to have my yarn in cakes. This is really easy. It's really easy to use. It's pretty cheap. I think this was like $15. Could you put your yarn in a ball or just use it as is in a skein? Yes. I like to especially use this when I'm unraveling a project. So I'm giving a yarn winder a 10 out of 10 because I love it and I use it all the time. Yes, I do think this is a really good gadget to have. We're now on to gadget number 5. I think it will be fun to do the row counter. This one is a funky little gadget. It is a finger counter. Here it is. This is what it looks like straight out the box. I'm just curious to see if it's going to turn on. Let's see. Yay! It says 78. Reset. So I'm guessing if I press this, it will do 1. Let's see. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6. Reset. I'm going to put this on my finger. Reminds me of those like finger watches. I've got row 1 and I'm just doing 5 single crochets, so let's do row 1. I'll tell you how it goes. My little thingy says I have done 35 rows. I'm gonna count and see if I actually have 35 rows. I have 35, yes I do. I have to say, I like this more than I thought I would. I thought this was gonna be really silly and gimmicky, but I actually quite enjoy it. And it's nice because you don't have to necessarily put it on your finger. I think I would use this if I had a project with a lot of rows. I quite like it. Is it necessary? Absolutely not, but it's fun to have. I mean, it was like $1. I like it. It's not necessary, but it's really fun, and I do actually think I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10 because I do like it. And I like that it's digital actually. So yeah, 7 out of 10. Here's a good example. If you like to watch movies or like listen to audiobooks while you crochet, then I think it's a good little gadget to have. Yeah, so 7 out of 10 because you don't need to have it, but it's really nice. When I got this in the mail, I honestly could not remember what this was. So let's open this up. Wow. This is a stand that you put your cake yarn on. Came with instructions. So this is the stand. It has little screws and a little screwdriver. Put this into this and then you screw it. It's screwed in nice and secure. What I think is really cool about this is a magnet. You see that? That's cool. What I like about this is that I can now take my little cake, instead of pulling from the middle, and pull it from the outside. I'm just gonna put it through here and you crochet. Oh my god! That's really cool. Yeah, I always do a center pull, but this just might change my mind. Okay. I just did like a little swatch to test. I really do like this. I love the fact that this is a magnet that I can just pull off. It's not very portable, but I think that's okay. I really do like this. It took me, like you saw, 5 seconds to set up, and I really do think I will be using this. I want to test this out on the cone I have. Crocheting with a cone is kind of a bit annoying because I feel like it has to be on the ground so it can come up. Let's see, because it is quite heavy. I'm going to crochet a little bit and see. Oh, guys. I was impressed with the cake. The cone is next level. I'm definitely going to be using this when I use these cones because that is like a game changer. Again, it's not really like a necessity, but I feel like with all of these gadgets, like you don't need to have these. It's more for like convenience. I do really like this one. I wouldn't give it a 10 out of 10 like the yarn winder, but I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. So that brings us to our next gadget. I have the portable version right here. Basically, this is supposed to work the same, but on your wrist. Oh guys, it has like a plastic film. Let's do this together. I believe you just pop it through. You just take this and then you just... Let's look. It's about half the length. You would have it on your wrist and then crochet while you're walking. Actually, this is quite good to have. Put it in the car somewhere. It feels kind of cheap-ish. I'm gonna stick this through here. Wow. I am so easily impressed. I have this here. Let me stand up. It's like wrapping itself around, which is like not what it should be doing. It is like stuck here. First impression, I'm not impressed because look at that. I can understand why it's not spinning because this is like not actually circular. It just doesn't work. I really don't like it, but I do still like this one way more. Please comment if I'm like using it wrong, but yeah, it just doesn't really work. I'm gonna give it a one, yeah, a 1. 1 out of 10 because you don't really need it. The shape of it just doesn't work. No, I don't recommend it. It's a 1 out of 10. Don't waste your money. Next gadget is more traditional. It's not really like gadget. Is what's inside of this little wooden tube. It is a bunch of little metal needles. I have these little plastic ones and I had bought like a bunch of little plastic needles. They bend and break. I got this and basically there's just a bunch in here. You get quite a few. There are different thicknesses. I was really excited for this one. This shape I was the most excited for. There's 12 in here. There's different shapes, different sizes. And I like that a lot because depending on the yarn you're using, if it's a thick wool or a smaller like cotton, you can have a different needle to use. I also really like the tube it comes in, so it's like you're not gonna lose any of these. I really want to have a try weaving in my ends with the funky shaped one. I just like, I really want to know if the curved end makes a difference. Let's try. Oh my gosh, wait you guys. I really like it. Oh wow. I think this does make a huge difference, like the little pointed end. I really like it. Compared to using a straight needle, I really like the curved one. I really like that. I'm actually so happy I have this now. I feel like getting a yarn needle is pretty necessary. This little set is all you need. Like, you will not need to get any more. I do recommend it, and I think you should have this too in your kit. I'm gonna give this one a 9 out of 10. I like this a lot and I'm really happy to have this. Love how convenient this little tube is for transporting it. 9 out of 10, I love that. Yeah, let's move on to the next gadget. The next gadget we're going to be trying is this one right here. If you're wondering what is this, this is a neck light. It works like that. And it's nice because you can bend it. It came with a charger, USB-C charger. I have yet to turn this on, so let's see if it works. I think there's settings. Okay, brightness settings. That's cool. See, this is something that I would... Oh wait, what is this? Oh, you can change the lightness. Look, I don't know how well you can see that. I like this, and the reason I wanted this gadget in particular is because I like to crochet at night quite a lot, and when my boyfriend's sleeping I don't want to have the big light on, so having this, it's not gonna bother him while he's sleeping and I can crochet. Another good example is crocheting while watching movies, because I like to crochet when I'm watching movies. It is now dark. Why am I whispering? Okay, I'm gonna put this on. Ooh, it's not like pitch black in here, but you can definitely see. Let me show you from my perspective. This is with, this is without. Yeah, it does make a difference. Let's crochet something. Wait, this works like perfectly. I look like I'm about to tell you a scary story. It works like really good. It's not uncomfortable. It's super light. I really like this. It feels pretty good quality. I really like it, and you can like adjust it. I think I am actually going to be using this. Also, like when we're sitting outside at nighttime and the lighting is really bad, so this will also be handy. I like this a lot. I'm definitely going to be using this. Is it necessary? You know what? I think it is if you crochet like in dark spaces. What I mean is, like, if you crochet while other people are sleeping and like you don't want the big light on, or like you're watching movies or TV and you don't want the big light on, then I think it's necessary. And it's shining down, so it's not going to light up the space around you. I really like it. I do recommend it. I'm gonna give this one a 9 out of 10. I like it a lot. I recommend it. Moving on to our next gadget is one that I don't have with me right now, unfortunately, because I accidentally left it in New Zealand. It is the lazy glasses. I don't know what to call it. That's what I think it's called. It's glasses that look down with the mirror. I bought this because my neck is constantly down. I used it quite a bit in New Zealand. It works like really well. You can lie down perfectly flat. I really like these glasses. The only reason I don't use them much, and probably why I didn't bring them with me here, because when I crochet I like to watch YouTube or movies and stuff on my iPad. I can't see my iPad and my crochet while I'm wearing the glasses. If you like to crochet and like listen to music or an audiobook, then they're really good because you can lie down and be super comfy. So this one really depends on your crochet style. I do like it if you get a sore neck from lots of crocheting. I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10 because it works. You know, it's good to give your neck a break, but it's not necessary really. 6 out of 10 because it really depends on preference. It's a funky little gadget to have. So that was all of our gadgets. There were some pretty interesting ones, but there were also some really good ones. Let me know in the comments which one you think was the coolest gadget. Let me know if you have any of these gadgets and you love them or if you hate them. My favorite, of course, is the yarn winder. I also really like the light. I think it's really cool. My least favorite was the cord maker. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe for future videos. I really enjoyed trying these out. I hope you have a really good rest of your day or night. I'll see you guys in the next video, which is gonna be a really fun one. Bye!